Quick story. Got some perspective the other day. This might be triggering for some. I'm a hunter, I'm a bow hunter. The other day, I had an opportunity at one of the biggest bucks I've ever seen. Um, Absolute monster of an animal. I eat all the meat that I hunt. Um, there was a moment when I thought that my opportunity was going to be final. He was moving and he had just stopped. I didn't love the position he was standing in. He was turned slightly away, but it was a good enough angle where I think I could have gotten a clean shot. Anyways, I ended up taking the shot and hit him in the shoulder. He jumped when I shot and felt terrible. Honestly, for about 24 hours afterwards, I felt like my whole world was spiraling. It felt like this bad shot on this deer was like the frosting on top of everything that was my life that was going poorly or not the way I wanted it to, and I was super upset. I was praying to God like, "Oh man, why couldn't you make that arrow fly true? Why couldn't that buck why couldn't that buck have long story short, I couldn't find him. I think he was fine. It was a very shallow shoulder shot, so he's probably going to break that antler off and continue on. But it was really hard, and I was wondering, like, God, why didn't you, like, this was the biggest animal I've ever seen. I've struggled hunting, getting like a animal to be proud of versus like just filling the freezer. Everyone likes a big buck, but I was struggling and praying. I pray and I meditate in the sauna sometimes. And I was praying. I was like, God, why? Why is everything going so? Why do I was like, I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Like, why does everything never work for me? And I realized in that moment, the Lord kind of like broke open for me that this was all a perspective thing. I thought that deer was going to disappear into the brush and I'd never have an opportunity again. So I took the shot. If I had a mindset that wasn't so focused on poverty and what I wasn't going to have, I would have seen that deer, recognized the shot wasn't perfect, and said, I'll have another opportunity or there will be another deer. And I would have waited. And who knows, maybe he would have turned, maybe he would have walked back towards me. Maybe he would have walked away and I would have seen him the next day. Maybe not. And it was just such a good reminder that we need to check our perspective, because sometimes we look at God and we want to force him into our reality when he's trying to draw us into his.